It's Thursday at midday, and therefore it's time for Midday Mindfulness. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Christine. I am a holistic health coach, a yoga instructor. I coach breath work. I'm an all-around proponent of peace. And the reason I'm here today is so that I can help you create some more peace for you. And therefore, of course, for those around you, those who are precious to you. So, I thank you for being here. And if you're a person who couldn't watch this live, it's totally great because it will be stored on the St. Mark's website, on Facebook, YouTube. You just can't escape me. But it's all good because I'm bringing you to a better place of peace, or at least I'm trying to, right? So, as we do when we get together, our first priority is to arrive in the present moment. So if you would join me, please, you are welcome to put your hands on your low belly, or one on your belly and one on your heart, or if you are not comfortable with that, that's cool too. Just allow your hands to rest, palms facing up or palms facing down. What's comfortable in your body is what's right for you, okay? So when we inhale and exhale, they'll be very large, long, slow breaths, and they'll go in and out through the nostrils, inhaling and sending that breath as deeply into your anatomy as you are able. And it's okay if in the beginning the breaths don't go so deep or don't feel as long, because we will build. As we practice together, we'll build on our capacity for deep healing breaths. And I think you're going to love what happens when you do. So here we go. I choose to put one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly, and we'll inhale together very deeply. Send it deep. Exhale through the nostrils. Let's do it again, please. Inhale. Exhale when it comes. And of course, your breaths don't have to match mine exactly, because you're you, which is awesome. And after 3 breaths, just sit for a moment. Feel what you feel. Maybe something. Maybe a little calmer. A little more present. Yeah. That's why we're here. So, if you were here last week, you know we talked about breathing with a mantra and some finger motions, right? So what we did was thumb to point your finger, then middle, then ring, then little guy. And we can attach words to that. The ancients, in both the Christian practice and the yogic practice, would do sa, ta, na, ma. And there's science behind touching these fingers and pressure points and meridians and all kinds of interesting stuff that we don't have time for right now, but I promise it really is true. But I want to adjust what I said last week just briefly. So beautiful Addie had mentioned that she does with her little ones. She's a preschool or kindergarten teacher, but anyway, she does this with them, which is awesome. Peace begins with me. Wow. Because it does, right? That's why we're here together. So if you would, just join me. We're just going to do 3 rounds of breath. But I just thought maybe it would be good to try this. Peace begins with me. And if you don't love that, of course you know that you can replace those words with the words that serve you. right here, right now. That could work. I'm happy, I'm calm. That could work. Whatever works for you. So let's just try, if you're cool with it. Peace begins with me. We're going to inhale and exhale. We do that before we start anything at all. And here we go. Peace begins with me. 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 Another version. Peaceful, joyful. Peaceful, joyful. And exhale. Pretty awesome. Very powerful stuff. So, the next topic I'd like to touch on for our time together is something that I learned through my yoga practices and my yoga education. It's called Ahimsa. And Ahimsa means non-harming and or non-violence. So non-violence, in my opinion, is obvious. Don't hurt anybody. Don't break stuff. Just be good. It's okay. But Ahimsa in the form of non-harming gets a little bit more subtle. And that's where I'd like to go today. It's closely akin to the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, but I think lots of times we're mean to ourselves. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And because we are mindful, especially on Thursdays at midday, mindfulness and awareness is kind of linked, right? Let's be mindful of when we are treating ourselves in a harmful way. That's interesting. So what I'm hearing a lot with the dear ones in my circles, I'm hearing a lot about emotions that we don't allow ourselves to process. So one is fear, right? Is it safe to get on that airplane? Will I get ill? If I take vacation and then I come home and I do the grocery shopping for great aunt so-and-so, is that going to be safe? Am I going to hurt that person? I'm afraid, I'm concerned, I'm apprehensive. Even a huge acknowledgement to you parents who have littles at home and you're trying to be teacher and mom and or dad, anybody, grandma, and a working person perhaps, and whatever else. There's so much going on, and you love that being so much, and still you get mad. And then you get afraid. You're like, oh geez, I don't want to let that anger out towards my precious ones. I'm afraid of those feelings coming out of me. There's a lot going on right now in ourselves. And so I'd like to just mention that this is an ideal time to be still and to become aware of the feelings that we may be stuffing down. Very, very unhealthy thing to do. I didn't know that for a lot of years, but now I do, and so I'm working on getting better at it all the time. The National Institute of Health actually acknowledges molecules of emotion that live within us. Those are emotions that we haven't processed. So now we have toxins for the environment and we got all this other stuff, and now we have to process our emotions. Don't worry. You can do this. You can absolutely do this. So what we're going to do, we're just going to do a quick little exercise. I'd like you to please select an emotion. Maybe something you felt recently, maybe something you know you need to work on, whatever. I'm going to select anger. So you pick whatever you want. Okay? And now, if you would, close your eyes or at least quiet your gaze. That means allow your gaze to go kind of fuzzy and kind of don't focus on anything in particular. Feel anger. I'm saying anger like because I picked it, right? Where does anger happen in your body? Where is it felt in your body? Maybe it's a wave of rage that comes up through your torso and you want to yell or something. Maybe that's it. Or if you selected fear, where can you feel fear in your body? Lots of times it's a constriction. It's a constriction around the breathing or the throat. That's a thing. How about regret or remorse or guilt? For me, that makes me want to throw up. What I'm suggesting, dear friends, is that you become aware of the place in you that the emotions are felt. So that you can be aware, okay, I'm feeling X, anger. What will I do with it, right? Because you're human. You're going to have emotions, and that's natural and okie dokie. What are we going to do about it? Number one thing to do, don't stuff it in. Number two thing to do, do not hurt yourself or anyone else. Nope. Why? Because you're human. You're allowed to have these things, right? Let's sit still, breathe, acknowledge that feeling, and then release it away. Okay? So, let's do that right now. Pick something, anything that's hanging on. Oh, you want to let it go. Let's let it go. That person who was rude to you, or that thing that made you feel rude towards someone else. It's okay. We're going to inhale. And just let it go. Maybe you incorporate your arms. Maybe you inhale. Come on, one more time. Breathe with me. You can do this because when you let it go, it's better for you and it's better for everybody around you. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. So important. I'm so proud of you for doing that, for acknowledging that, for doing your best to let it go. So important. Let's say that you're feeling very negative today. You could be. And if you are, I'm really glad you're here. Because you're working on it, right? You're trying your best. So, borrowing from the Kundalini friends in yoga, when we bring our hands together, pushing equally, right? Those in the physical fitness world would call this an isometric exercise, yeah? The shoulder blades come together, the elbows move away from each other, we sit long and tall. As always, we offer our beautiful bodies an inhale and an exhale, and if you're struggling to release that negativity, take these fingertips and just flick them away. Still touching each other. Release it. Release it. Send it out there. Mother Earth will take these negative energies and she will compost it into something more beautiful than you can imagine. Let it go. Let it go. Snap. And if this, of course, hurts you, please don't do it. All right? This is only if it feels okay in your body. Release it. Release it. I don't need that anymore. I don't need to feel fear. I don't need to feel anger. What good is it doing me? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And then breathe. Friends, when we hold on to emotions that don't serve us, there's this inner turmoil, and the action of holding on to that emotion, resisting it, resisting feeling it, burns up so much energy that you could be using for something else. So breathe. Perhaps chant. You get to pick the words. Don't take my words. Perhaps tap. But whatever it is for you, please consider breathing, releasing, accepting what is. That doesn't mean you're okay with it. It doesn't mean you condone this behavior or that behavior or this thought or that thought. But accepting it first, seeing it for what it is, and releasing it allows you the brain space, the spirit space, to use your energies in a way that really does serve you, in a way that does serve you and therefore everyone else. So if you have questions, if you have comments about the things that I've talked about today, please feel free. Just pop them in right there. I would love the opportunity to hear from you, to help you in any way that I can, because that's why I'm here. So if you found today's session to be helpful in any way, please feel free to share it around. That's why I do this. I do this to bring you to a greater place of peace and calm in yourself so that you can be the best version of you. So my friends, for the time being, I'll need to say goodbye. But I hope that I have been a blessing to you, a benefit to you in this day. And I hope over time that you begin to practice things in the world of mindfulness, in the world of breath work, to bring yourself peace. I'm just training wheels. Eventually you won't need me. How cool will that be? You'll do it all for yourself. See how awesome you are? Indeed. So for now, dear ones, I'm sending you peace and love. And I want you to be safe and whole and healthy and well and your best self. The world needs you. Thank you for sharing your very precious time with me. Until we meet again. Bye for now.